Hey everyone, it's C-Wire with the C-Wire Nation, your home for everything military, video games, and heavy metal. As you can see, I'm just getting off of work, and with that being said, I'm getting the same sad news that a lot of you metal fans are getting. Ozzy Osbourne sadly has passed away. Oddly enough, this comes off of 17 days after his final performance, and what a performance that was. You know, he really gave it his all. For his age, he sounded pretty decent. If this is your first time to the channel, please like and subscribe. Share this video to your friends and comment as I do read your comments. Share your Ozzy stories down below if you have an Ozzy story. I just want to share one of mine real quick. I remember I saw him, I believe it was the Osmosis tour, and this would have been 96 time frame. As a matter of fact, if you lived in the Northeast, you remember the snowstorm in 96. Well, a few days after that snowstorm, a buddy calls me up. I had just gotten off work, and he says, "Oh, tickets go on sale for Ozzy at Hershey tomorrow morning. You want to go get them?" "Okay, cool." He goes, "What, you mean tonight?" He goes, "Yeah, we're going to go up and camp out." So sure, so we went up and camped out. I didn't think anybody was going to be there. It was freezing cold. And I had a winter coat on, didn't have any gloves, and all we brought was some snacks and stuff. But we were like 8, maybe 10 people in line. We were somewhere thereabouts, and that line grew overnight. And in the next morning when the box office opened, the tickets were random. So even though we should have had front row seats, we ended up getting 8th row seats. So now the show comes around. Life of Agony is opening, and that's a band I really wanted to see. And I remember for some odd reason my nose started bleeding, so I run to the bathroom to plug it, and as I'm plugging it, they kick into The River Runs Red, so which is fitting because I had a nosebleed. So I'm running out of the bathroom, plugging my nose, getting back down to my seat so I could see them play. And then this other band came on that I never heard of, and I don't think many other people in the arena heard of that night either, called Korn. They were on tour for their first record, and I remember looking at them, I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? So that was interesting. And then somehow along the way, we ended up in the first row. Now, this is when they still put seats on the floor. So everyone in the first and second rows were standing on their seats. So we snuck our way up. We told one of them, "Oh, yeah, we know people over here." And they really didn't give a shit. So they went up, and the people who had the seats didn't care because we were resting up against the guardrail. So we were right up front for Ozzy. An amazing show. I believe the guitar player he had for him was a student at one time, Randy Rhodes, and I cannot remember the guy's name. If any of you remember or know his name, please put it down in the comments section. But he was really good. It was a really good show. How I got into Ozzy? Probably would have been 9 or 10, somewhere around 87, 88 time frame. This kid's house they used to hang out with, his name was Sam, and he had a brother named Doug, and Doug was responsible for getting me into several bands, Ozzy being one, Iron Maiden being the other, because he had posters of both just littered all over his wall. And he had some Judas Priest up there too, but Iron Maiden was one of the big ones. And they always had in the tape player either Ultimate Sin or Bark of the Moon. So that was my first exposure to Ozzy, and those are the two records that I immediately had fallen in love with, and still to this day are my two favorite Ozzy records. Coming in third to that would probably be No Rest for the Wicked, and then probably Diary of a Madman, in that order. But yeah, passed away 17 days after his final show. To be honest, and I'm sure a lot of you thinking the same thing. I mean, he made it to 76, considering what he put his body through and all the drugs he did. I mean, if you're Keith Richards right now, which Keith Richards is still alive, you're probably feeling immortal at this point. You have outlasted a lot of these people, and Keith Richards should have been dead 10 times over. How he's still going, I have no idea. Please comment below. Let's discuss this phenomenon known as Keith Richards, because that is some bizarre shit. But anyway, don't look at this as a time to mourn. Look at it as a time to celebrate. Even though he's not here physically anymore, you still have access to his music. You can still watch live concerts on YouTube. So yeah, go enjoy those. Go enjoy those old classic albums. Go enjoy the Sabbath stuff. What's your favorite Sabbath record with Ozzy? Mine's Volume 4 with coming in second, probably Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and then maybe Master of Reality. So yeah, share your stories below. When you discovered Ozzy, when you went to if you went to go see him, what was it like? I'd love to hear from you. And as always, take it easy. This is C-Wire, Pop and Smoke, out.